So this week we're back to our regular intro.
The correct intro,
The
yes.
correct intro. We didn't have to stumble over.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, you know, we didn't do the sound check. Justin.
Check. 1, 2.
They can hear that too.
Oh.
Ow.
Hi, welcome to Reaper Live. Thanks for spending your Thursday night with us. I'm Ron Hawkins,
I'm Ed Pugh.
and we have a special guest tonight with us, Aaron Lovejoy.
Lovejoy.
Right.
So, what brings you into town?
The wind.
Yes, literally.
So I don't know if just
launched across America.
Yeah, you're just passing through. If you didn't know it, about an hour ago, Aaron was online with us demonstrating the new
In the toolbox.
Reaper Vex airbrush.
Yes. He's got one right here.
Yeah.
Super,
Although since it's
super
in
cool.
black, you don't get the
Yeah,
contrast.
it's so cool.
Here's his prototypes he was using
Yeah.
to develop this. He was
Brass
one of the
prototypes.
They're brass. It's really cool.
They're really
So,
cool.
Yeah, very good stuff.
So you were just here and you did a demo. You painted the dragon.
Yeah, I
got some
started
primer on
working-
it, some
yeah.
colors to highlight it, and yeah.
And if you missed it, too bad.
And
You'll
you
never
missed
see the
it.
video
You
again. It's
never
never
see it
going to show up again.
Nope.
No, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
It's also on the VODs currently.
Oh, really? Okay,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
There
Very
you
good. Very good. So, yeah, so again, a lot to cover tonight.
What happened to the cup? What's wrong with the cup? Looks fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, just a Reapercon cup.
Yeah, no issues
Well,
with
it's
that.
just-
Nothing to share. Nothing.
So we're going to get into Aaron's harrowing tale here in just a little bit. First, though, let's go ahead and jump into our normal news information type thing. Are things you need to be aware of if you're want to know what's going on at Reaper. So, Ed,
Oh,
take
Mikey,
over.
okay.
Take over.
Current shows.
That's
This is
on
mine.
you. Yeah.
We have Miniatures Monday with Josh at 3 p.m. He also has sets available now. What he's doing, which is actually really cool, if y'all haven't been there, is there's a set available that you can get and paint along with him. It has the minis and the paint in it. It's online. Just look
it's
under
on our
paint
store.
sets on the website.
It's called
You'll see.
Miniature Monday.
There you go.
Yeah, look for the
It's
Miniature
really
Monday
neat. It's
set.
a neat idea. So
It's
he
really
does
cool.
that, and he'll be up here for a few hours because no one's crowding him to get off. And then we also have for the while she's here is 11 on Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is it? Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's Ann doing.
We have a
toolbox
bunch of
tips.
shoes. We just watch all
Yeah.
the time.
They're supposed to get a graphic at some point.
In
right?
case
Special
people are
ed news,
curious.
he's got it right.
The bottom of the stream also has all of this based on your
Which we
time
can't
zone.
see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
So anyway, and you have Terrain Tuesday with me. That's really the best show out of all of them. So you got to get to that one.
Yes.
We're building a trebuchet to
And
throw candy.
He eats candy and throws trebuchets.
Yes. And then Ann also does her toolbox Wednesday afternoon, where she's working on the dragons. And then we have Painting with Platinum with Mercedes, which is actually really cool because she's learning to paint. She never painted. She's getting into it. She took the Learn to Paint Kit 1. She's already expanding out. She's down there painting a lot.
She was painting the kangaroo.
Then we have Reaper Live with Ron and I, and tonight Aaron. And then we also on Fridays have Reaperland with Dave and John
Yeah,
at 3.
Yeah.
So there you go.
lots of shows.
I got my part. Oh, now it goes to the special ed news. Isn't that what I just did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
it is.
before you let's bump that top item down, and we'll just segue into Aaron's story.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
currently, we are running a promotion on our website. If you're not aware, and I'm sure all you guys are aware, the Australian Bushfire Relief Charity program thing. Have you heard about this, Aaron?
Yeah, I did. Actually, it's really cool.
Chaotic Night Network 53.
Yeah, thank you for the raid, Cat
Yeah,
Night.
thank you.
Yeah. So we're selling these little critters here off
Yeah,
on our website.
last I saw you were up around 20,000. Then my
20,
life went to
21,
crap.
you're trying to get up to 25.
I don't know where you're at now.
It's about
but
21,000 almost, I believe.
Sweet. That is awesome.
Yeah, so Jason Wiebe donated the sculpting for these, Hope and Courage. And then Andy Pieper sculpted the koala and the kangaroo.
Now, the koala and the kangaroo, for those who aren't familiar with it, are a set.
They are set.
So that is a set for $10, and then each Hope or Courage is a $10.
10. So for $30, you can donate.
We're donating $7.50
There you go.
per model or set
Yeah.
or whatever.
So if you bought all these, we would donate $22.50 to the RSPCA of South Australia.
Yes.
I do that right? 750.
And they are
22.50.
freaking out. There's a really good chance that we could, if we get this and get it to go push it. Currently, yeah, Brad there has it is at 21,045.
There you go.
If we get to the 25, I'd like to really be a huge chunk of their drive.
Yeah, no, we
They're
get
shooting for 400,000.
If we hit $25,000, we get a free koala bear pet.
Really,
Yeah, replaces
gonna
Mama
send
Son.
it over?
They're going to ship us a koala bear.
Wow.
you're feeding it.
That's got to be against some
You're
sort of
taking care of it.
regulation.
Oh my God.
Dibs. It gets to
don't
live
tell
in
anyone.
here.
I'm going to train it to be our pet drop bear and protect our facility.
Well, that would be it. That better than a roll snake. A roll snake, those are deadly too.
Roll snake, drop bear for the win. Okay, so I just want you guys to be aware of that. Starting, when is the first? Monday to Sunday? When?
I don't even know what today is.
Saturday?
Today's
Monday.
30, so tomorrow's Saturday.
Saturday we start February, and we start the new free mini of the month promotion. We get 12 new figures, 11 new figures on our website. So when you make a $40 order, you can choose from 12 different figures and get a free figure. So all the new figures will show up on Saturday. I gotta make sure that gets done tomorrow. Then let's say I think that's all we got as far as that goes. Dice, you want an update?
Oh
on
yeah,
Dice?
well actually I was going to tell everybody. Yesterday was a very, very important day, the 29th. That for me was actually January 1st because I finally got 2019. Everything I had to have done was finally done yesterday. Missed it only by 29 days.
I guess that's
In my
good.
world, that is right on the bullseye.
Sure.
So anyway, real quick, he's going to talk about the Badger airbrush. So Aaron will do that update. And then we have Dice. And as I said, it's February 9th, but we now understand they are in the U.S. and it's moving faster. It's almost like telling us where Santa Claus is in a weird way. We ought to get a little icon and have it follow the U.S. wherever it's going. So anyway, that's where we are. That's really our biggest new thing. But we also have some pictures on the building. They did deliver the building. It's now over there in the parking lot, the pieces of it. Do you have a picture for that?
Yes, I do.
All right. And
Justin's going to show us a picture of the building right here on
well,
Pugh.
this is where they're unloading it. So at
well,
least
yeah, it's really not a
yeah.
building yet.
Yeah.
It's building parts.
Yeah. So, yes, they're getting it off the truck.
Yeah.
So that now exists.
Yeah, we're really not getting a free koala, so people don't take that seriously.
Yeah, we don't.
Building,
We're
that
not,
looked like
We're
a
not getting a
forklift.
koala.
we got a wombat.
We're not even getting that. Oh, hey, it's my pet wombat. Like I said, it's the corgi of Australia, the wombat.
Yeah.
So no, we're not getting a koala. It's not for real. It's just fake.
I don't know, man. You start it on the internet. It
Well,
goes
there you
viral.
go.
Next
People
thing you
are
know,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, where'd my wombat go?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Higzilla.
Building. Is that it?
That's really for the news. This was pretty light. There's just been a lot going on, but it's pretty light. We're trying to get
Okay.
just everything into the river, ready to go.
So again, our special guest here is Aaron Lovejoy.
Who's had a traumatic week?
He has had a traumatic. Real quick, let's get into the free promotion. The hashtag free tonight. What are we going to give away? We're going to give away.
Oh,
My
You have the
favorite.
troll, the painted troll, Justin, to show.
The painted troll?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
his painted troll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me
which
show
this
this
is
one.
Aaron's favorite model.
Let me show the.
Oh, there
oh.
you go.
There's the
Let's show
wombat.
that in the thing, and then I'll show the painted version.
Nom, nom, nom,
Yeah,
nom,
the wombat is.
There's
into
the
it.
troll. It's a metal troll.
There's the troll.
There's the troll right there. There's the troll, and here's what he could look like painted if you have the skill of Aaron Lovejoy and a magic
doesn't look like
Reaper
this.
Vex airbrush. There.
There he
When
is.
I first saw this painted mini, you sent me a picture of it, right? I was like, well, that looks like someone just made a painting, like an actual paint, a 2D painting.
2D
of
painting,
another
yes,
thing.
yeah. Because the OSL, I mean, your lighting on it is just incredible.
So cool.
That was
so cool.
One girl said online, she said that looks like a digital photo, and
Yeah.
I was like, it is a digital photo.
I guess it is.
yeah.
But I get what she meant. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it
so
was a lot
cool.
of fun. I actually think I painted that with the Vex. So
Oh, did you?
Yeah, with the first models.
The
that
prototype,
Came out,
yeah.
the prototypes when we were doing it.
Yeah. So this is what we're gonna give away tonight. The
The
troll.
painted one? Oh, the
No,
unpainted.
heck no.
No.
So hashtag free. You're gonna get a free troll, $20 value.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
oh.
a fun model to paint. Like I would paint
And,
that.
and the rumor I caught was somewhere out in the hallway that's anatomically correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
both ways.
yeah, there is the difference between the bones version of this guy and the metal version of this guy. So what happened? So
Get that old ass story time sign for Ron here.
Bobby, I said, Bobby, do a troll for me, and so he did a troll, and he sent in this troll, this tournament. I said, that's really cool. I don't think we can put that in Bones 4 or what is this, Bones 5? What is this even? Bones 4. It was a Bones 4.
Yeah.
So we can't release that into Bones 4. We could probably release it in metal though after the fact, and so it's got a prolapsed sphincter and a penis. And I said, let's release it in metal.
What did I say when you
I
emailed me? I
don't-
said you had me at penis.
Yeah. I said,
And I go, here's my address.
you know. So when I showed it to Proctor, he goes, You know what he said? The first thing he said is, "You got to get Aaron Lovejoy to paint that."
Yeah.
So the rest is history. So the rated G version is in the Kickstarters and Bones. This guy is in metal only.
Is this an R or an X? I mean, is this a...
It's like a National Geographic.
Oh, National Geographic. There we go.
It's natural, right? It's natural. So anyway, hashtag free to get this troll. And speaking of Aaron and Badger airbrushes and all this kind of stuff, how'd your week go?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Great. I'm glad you.
Up to mile marker.
Up to, yeah.
So all right. So let's start from the beginning. So the point was you were going out to Las Vegas Open.
Right. We went out to Las Vegas Open and did the LVO, and that was super awesome. And saw all our friends and ate really good Korean barbecue and all that stuff, and everything was like fantastic. And then we were going to head on over to George R. R. Martin's house.
Name drop.
And I was going to drop off a dragon, and we were going to hang out and go to his museum and do
That's
all
in New
these fun
Mexico.
things. Yeah.
That's in New Mexico.
So it was kind of like one of those things, hey, let's go visit, and then, I have this huge dragon, drop it off.
And you showed pictures of the dragon online. Matter of fact,
I showed
lots of pictures.
Yeah.
He was in bed with you at one point.
Yeah. We tucked him into bed and all
Do
that
we
good
have?
stuff.
Do you have a photo of the painted dragon that you were working on? Do you have a completed?
Actually, it's probably still on that. You still have the thumb drive?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a
actually, I
picture of
do.
it here in just a second.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a picture in a second.
Yeah. So
It was pretty nifty.
yeah.
It
So you're
was-
just
it
gonna
was
go,
cool.
just go hang out with George Martin. George R. R. Martin, no big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
And that was gonna be fun. Gonna be a nice little
That,
side
so,
vacation.
wait, you said
to our
was.
trip.
You said was gonna be fun.
And then Interstate 63 or 4, whatever.
93.
Coyote Pass happened.
Liz is cursing you right now. She's like, he always gets that wrong.
He always gets it wrong.
90,
Well, I don't want to remember the name of that freeway. Anyways, we're driving up a hill, and about 3/4 of the way up it, you know how sometimes the sun gets in your eyes, like you see it, in the early morning? This wasn't that. It was no sun, and then we couldn't see the freeway anymore.
Wow.
Like, it was just boom. It was all yellow or all...
And this was because you had two mountains here.
We had two
And a
like
pass,
mountains like
very
this and
narrow
a pass
pass.
right in the middle, and we were coming up at just the right angle,
To
and it was just
turn
the
the
right
flashlight
day, and lots of things. So, so I started slowing down because, like, I can't see. And
Right,
I'm thinking, but I can't slow down too much because I don't want to
You're-
get hit and all that
Is
stuff.
this an interstate highway?
It's on a highway, yeah.
Or it's-
Yeah, it was like I-63, I think.
So
or
it is an
64,
interstate.
Yeah,
Wow,
in between Las Vegas and Kingsman,
Okay.
Arizona.
Mhm.
And so...
There's the dragon right there. You got the dragon? Show us
Yeah, I was waiting until he was
the-
finished.
okay.
Okay, so is that the back or the front? That's the
I'll show the back
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
huge.
So there's the dragon.
Yeah, so it's about 36 inches, 34 inches
It's huge.
wide, 32 inches tall.
No front arms, so that makes it a George R. R. Martin
Yeah,
dragon
yeah.
because that's his dragon. Too.
Yeah. He loves those kind of things. It's vermithrax. It was a
Oh, it's
garage
actual
kit.
vermithrax.
Yeah, it is vermithrax.
Cool.
It looks just like him. And so
Vermithrax for you youngins is
yeah.
Dragon Slayer.
And he was gonna hang
1983,
it from his
something like that.
bookstore or something. So it was gonna be pretty cool. It was gonna be hanging up there, just looking over everybody, ready to burn him. And
There he is. There's his
yeah,
head.
yeah. So I did the what is it, smog from Lord of the Rings. I did, you know how it glows in the stomach and
Yeah,
then
it
fires.
comes out,
So
yeah.
I figured if people were looking at it from below, they'd see it getting ready to
That's
flame
cool.
them.
Super cool.
So yeah, super fun, super cool. So we're driving up this hill. All of a sudden, the sun, super bright. I literally couldn't see the lane in front. Like all 3 lanes disappeared, and we're both like, "Whoa!" So I put down my visor, and at that point, I had my sunglasses on already because it was in the morning, and but I put down my visor, and I still couldn't see in front of me, but I could see my peripherals at that point.
Right.
And I started seeing red lights on my left side, and then stuff started flying in the air. And I was like,
This is not good.
oh boy. So that's when I pushed on the brakes, because I was like, okay, this
That's
is
your
happening.
instant
And-
reaction,
yeah,
yeah.
instant reaction. I pushed on the brakes because I'm afraid stuff is going to start flying this way. And I still can't see what's in front of me. There was, before it went whited out, I knew that there was nothing on my right side, or hopefully nothing on my right side. So look in my rearview mirror to make sure nobody's there. This was all like boom, boom, boom. look in my rearview mirror, and there's 2 headlights and a grill coming in hot, like really fast.
Now, how
Like,
big is this grill? I mean, what
it
kind of
was
vehicle
huge.
is this?
At first I thought it was like an F-150 or something, like it like raised, like just and it was coming in at full speed, whereas I had slowed down significantly.
Right,
And
right.
so instantly I'm like, I do the math. This is happening,
Right.
So I had enough time to look forward to see where we were gonna go, and bam, super hard hit. Like we
Not
got
even a
hit.
chance to like give yourself gas to try and get it run.
No. There was, it was. I think I probably still had my foot on the brake because it was like look up and then this is happening, and so there was. I mean, there wasn't even a second. They say that your life flashes in front of your eyes. No, it doesn't. When it happens that fast, it was just boom. We got hit, and then I had the realization that at least I had survived the initial hit, but then the G-forces started happening, and I think we spun 360. I'm not sure. But you know how in Photoshop they have the linear blur and it just bloop, blurs everything? That's what my vision was. And so I could feel ourselves spinning, and apparently Liz said that she looked over and I was like doing this zombie thing because my seat bent back into the back seat. And so I was just and as I'm spinning, I was like, okay, and this is the part where we die. Because Mom, Dad, don't listen to this. But this is the part where we get hit again and we're vulnerable,
Yeah.
And so we're spinning, and then I felt some impact of something, and then all of a sudden we stopped on the side of the freeway. We actually, the other driver knocked us off the freeway, and we were in the center median. So we went to the left instead of the right.
But not into oncoming traffic.
No, luckily, because those highways are like separated quite a bit. I
Right.
think they do that on purpose. That's why. Because we were far enough off where we would have been in oncoming, and we would have gotten.
So the picture we saw on Facebook of you in the grass was
That's
the
where
median.
that's where we landed. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So it was like kind of like a hill up. So that
Yeah.
kind of helped us slow down too. But if we'd gone right, there was just a cliff.
That's
So,
Wow.
yeah. So I mean, the locals said that there was like brick walls or something, but
As fast as you were
we
going,
got
that
hit
could've been-
hard. We must have gone about 300 feet after the initial impact, which was pretty crazy. So, so yes, once we stopped, I immediately looked sideways, and I can hear more crashes happening, and I was just like, we got to get out of this car.
Oh, so there were other accidents?
Yeah, it was a 12-car pileup.
Oh, it was a 12 oh my gosh,
Yeah,
wow.
so the initial pileup was off to my left that I kind of saw happening, and then we got hit, and then there was more cars back here that got hit.
That's terrible.
So yeah.
They got pictures, Justin, to show? The,
Yes, we do.
The
actually.
carnage?
The carnage.
How
yes.
convenient.
Which one do you want to start with, Aaron?
I don't know, like maybe the back of the car.
He lived it. He really doesn't need the picture. It's for us.
This is what I saw when I walked to the back of the car to
Okay.
assess the damage.
And so, and you'd been carrying with you a couple of cases full of painted figures.
Yeah, I had a bunch of my work. Yeah,
There you
so
go,
that's
wow.
the back of the car. That's actually Liz's side. So Liz got hit. She got the brunt of it.
Yeah.
And I believe what happened was when I looked in the rearview mirror, I saw the car square on. But I think what happened is they swerved or tried to swerve.
When
to
they
avoid
caught
us.
it at the last second, they start
They
to,
swerved a little bit because Liz looked out of the side view mirror and she saw a headlight and half a grill. So if you see right here, that side of the car smashed more than the other side.
So it just almost drove up onto the
Right,
back of
but
the...
she's literally, the trunk is right behind her seat.
And so, real quick, how is Liz?
We're both, well, I mean, other than shaking
Well,
up.
how are you, and
Yeah,
how's
Liz
Liz?
got a sprained ankle. We've both been, like, our backs are just pretty jacked
And you
up.
said the airbags didn't deploy.
The airbags didn't deploy on anyone's car.
Wow.
12 of
Yeah,
them, yeah.
12 cars. And
Maybe that recall they keep talking about
Maybe-
needs to
maybe
be
like-
more extensive.
or maybe, like, everyone, like, the manufacturers got scared because they're going off, and I don't know what the deal was, but, I mean, we got hit in the rear, so maybe the front bags
Yeah.
wouldn't go off. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we have a little 40-second video here that I think is absolutely perfect.
Okay,
Right, Aaron?
Okay.
Okay.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Walt, that's not true.
What's that?
No minis were harmed in this pic.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on.
Enough of that.
This is
Got it. Okay, there we go. Side.
Side
my
version.
crushed
Okay,
miniatures
so collection out of the car.
Oh, yeah, you blew your shorts out.
Yeah, it almost knocked my shorts off, which was crazy. I didn't notice that till later in the day, but I was like, wow, my shorts are almost off.
So what's going on here?
So they were taking our what was left of our personal belongings and my miniature collection out of the back of the car, and I walked around to the front, and Liz had put all of Vermithrax in the
Oh,
front
there
seat.
he
That's
is.
Vermithrax
We
there.
almost
Yeah,
made
he
it. Your
literally
dragon.
was shattered. Like,
And that's him in the bag?
yeah, he's in
You
the
wanna-
bag. We brought some pieces.
Hey,
to,
Vermithrax is here. Our special guest.
There you go for your special
Thank
effects
you.
section.
So there's Vermithrax here.
Oh,
Gonna make a
this is,
special appearance. There he is. Hey,
there he goes.
look good as new, man.
And he's still glowing?
yeah, he's still glowing
he's
a
still
little
glowing,
bit. He's lost his horns. But yeah, it's just literally like pieces. I got Reaper dumpster.
That
Look at that.
dumpster survived.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it got a little damage, but the top is gone.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Back in
did you
Arizona.
collect it
Somewhere
and
on the
bring it with you?
freeway, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, this is, I mean, kind of badass.
Sort of improved it. Yeah.
yeah, it was
good.
pretty cool. I was transporting my friend's model that he won a silver medal for, and it's gone. But we found this just
Wow,
laying on
that's
the
crazy.
ground next to it. So that was kind of cool. I'll show you the one miniature that did survive, and it's a Reaper Bones.
All right.
Oh, wow.
If you go to
Nice
my,
piece.
we actually have a picture of me holding it, and you can see my miniature case in the background just completely demolished.
There it is. Yeah. Look, oh my gosh, there's your miniature
That's a
case.
tableware case. It's just
Oh
gone.
wow.
So that's just shows you the
And
durability.
that's where all
of
the
the
good
bones.
figures were.
Durability
You
of
had that
Reaper
filled.
bones.
That's where
There you
the
go.
that's where
Yeah,
the
really,
that's
Reaper
where the
Bones at
money
its
was
best.
right there. Was in that package. So
But you've got, did you get all of?
I got
yeah.
And
You
this
got
is
the wings.
and this is
and
this is a
pieces.
resin model.
Yeah.
What we-
yeah, it's a
But
resin
still, that
model.
was
It's
just
pretty
massive.
brittle.
You know, you get an idea.
Big.
Yeah,
About 3 feet
it was
across.
like that
Yeah.
big. Like when I held it, it was like a little baby or something.
Man, a little super glue, a little duct tape. It's
A
good.
little.
too.
Yeah, my
Super
friend
glue
was
can be
like,
a structural
"Hey, if the
component,
pins held, because the pins did hold, there was big pins in both sides of these wings, and that's the
That
part
held,
that
that
didn't
was
break."
well, rebar and concrete.
And he
yeah.
was like, we could put it back together. And I'm like, yeah, that's Bryce, it's not going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Order
a
another
done
one.
deal. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's in here. Oh,
Oh,
spoons.
it's spoons.
Yeah.
Well, the spoon survived.
Yeah, the spoons made it. We had our little
There's the
model,
dragon, our
and
little
then
guy.
one of the
Bones, yeah,
police
maybe just-
officers was a
yeah.
40K fan, and when he saw what was left of my tableware case, he was like, "Oh, so is this like Warhammer 40K?" And I was like, "Yeah, just like that." So about 20 minutes later, he's working upstream from us,
Right.
and he comes over and he hands me this Imperial Fist Space Marine, no head, no shoulder pads.
Almost perfect except for the lack of
Yeah.
head and shoulder.
Yeah.
And one
Yes.
of my really good buddies is an Imperial Fist guy, so that must have been a sign that the Imperial Fist guy survived. I had this guy we found.
How far away are you finding these?
It was within a 200-foot
Dang.
radius. Like there was
Wow.
all. So basically, I made my own art exhibit on the side of the freeway.
And this is all debris as you're spinning and going and stuff's
I guess,
flying
yeah,
out.
everywhere.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my tableware case, and I think we got a picture of just what's left of it laying on the ground. It was just pieces. When they were pulling it all out, I had an idea that
Case on the ground.
that it was like all those little red shards.
Yeah, it's just the wrecked pile.
So when I walked to the back of the car, Liz had made a bust for Blackheart Miniatures that was Medusa, and
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
laying on top of my case. Like, go figure.
Yeah,
After all
like-
that.
Oh,
Like
after all
a-
that,
and
that's
it's-
where it ends
and
up.
and so in my mind, you're always thinking like, when it first happened, I'm like, well, maybe the dragon made it.
Is that your figure case?
That's what was left inside of the figure case.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my collection right there. It was just pulverized. It was gone. But her model was right on top.
Right
And
on
it was,
top.
It was beat up, but it was still there. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe
Wishful
there's some-
thinking. That's
yeah.
that shock. You haven't
Yeah,
really accepted
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So they got the jaws of life out. And granted, we had like, our computer cases were back there. I mean, just everything trashed, right? And all of our luggage. We have some funny pictures of our luggage just all twisted and mangled and stuff. But like the clothes all perfectly squished inside. And so I'm like, maybe there's something in there. So they're pulling stuff out, and he starts, It was actually really nice. They carefully were pulling stuff out because they knew that was my miniatures collection. And he gets done and he goes, "Okay, that's it." And I was like, "Okay, well,
I guess. Well,
that's
I mean,
it." so I don't know. It was just it was kind of surreal, to just
Yeah.
think that it just got pulverized. And so as I was, we had a good Samaritan, this guy Alan, who I think we sideswiped as we were spinning around. His car still works, so he offered us a ride into Kingsman.
Oh, super nice.
And so he was about 150 feet away from us. So that's how much further we traveled after we hit
That's
him.
insane.
And so as I'm walking back and forth, I start I found a Death Note, and I forgot to bring him with me, but I had my Death Note bust was just the head. So he's missing everything else, but just a head. And all scratched up and everything. And then I found a dwarf bust that I had done. It was a big child dwarf bust. No arms, no horns on the helmet, but basically just the center body section. That was it. I don't know how I found it because it was pretty small.
Yeah.
But it was just really weird as you're walking back and forth finding stuff. And then to have the police find stuff further up the road, it was just like, it was everywhere.
That's crazy.
You know? And
Well-
Jason's just gone. Like...
You, Jason.
Someday somebody's gonna be walking along
see
the side,
Jason
like
from Friday the
a
13th.
hitchhiker, and they're gonna be like, "Holy cow, there's Friday the 13th."
and you lost all your paints and everything.
The paint, it's really funny. So miniatures, complete loss, just gone. My tools and my paint case, which I had the Creature Caster go bag or the Creature Caster Monument go bag, perfectly fine. It got punched, but the stuff was all still in there.
Yeah, you were showing that to us earlier. It's got
Yeah.
foam and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I mean, everything else was just
Wow.
Wow.
Well, at least you guys are safe. That's
yeah.
the main thing.
And like I said, I mean, we're both. I mean, our backs are really sore. I mean, it's been a wild
Maybe a little
couple
while
of days.
before it all finally.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Liz keeps finding like, oh my gosh, I have a big bruise right here. Like, where did that come from? You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's to be expected. But at the same time, we're super, super lucky and fortunate because, I mean, you know.
Is it going to get like a special place in your studio just to remind you of all of the excitement?
I don't know if I would have like
Remember that,
it. Yeah.
Well-
it will be interesting because so we lost a lot of work. I mean, we probably lost about $5,000 just in commissions that I was carrying around with me to show people and
Sure.
you know stuff like that, and that we hadn't been paid for yet. You know, and so I was like, crap. Okay, I'm never doing that again. But then there was my work, so it's like, okay, well, we can recoup that by just buying or selling my stuff.
Yeah.
But that's all over the freeway.
That's all over the freeway.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
we're gonna give you a gift certificate to whatever you need to replace any of the stuff you
Yeah.
lost, anything from Reaper you need.
Cool.
Just get it
We're
and
gonna
go,
give you
yeah.
that, and you just
Very
get whatever
excited.
you need.
One of the things that I'm kind of like, I mean, because I can still work, you know, and
Yeah.
thankfully for
Yeah.
that, like, you know, I mean, I don't know how it'll be when I get back and like sitting down for hours and stuff, but I'm a trooper and that will happen, you know? So part of me is just like, you know what, maybe I'll just start repainting my collection and put it on my Patreon and, you know, do that, you know, and like if people want to see me rebuild things, you know, like from the ashes, that would be a great way to help support me and also just see how stuff's
So now,
done.
is this how that was the story? This is part of your.
I use the I've got a collection of Reaper cups, and I'm sorry, but I steal them.
Okay, all right, it's okay.
From other Reaper people and from you
Ed
guys.
should have a purple cup to replace that with.
And
somewhere. Stashed
so
away
because I
somewhere.
use them in my studio and for my airbrushing, it's my airbrush clean out cup and all that stuff. And so it was funny because that was one of the things that was sort of laying on the top, you know. And I was like, oh well, I got to take that to Reaper, you know.
But what would cause
that
that?
replaced.
Actually, can we keep this and put that in the studio?
Yeah, if you want to.
But I mean, what would have? That's just an amazing.
maybe
Unless
just-
something just came in
flexed
and
it.
just
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
probably a huge van.
probably a huge van or a huge wing.
A big
Yeah.
It's about the
Yeah.
size of a wing.
Yeah, a
right?
big resin dragon wing did it.
So yeah.
How fast was? You said it was a girl. Did I catch that? It was a girl driving.
I think so.
Yeah.
Older
Okay.
lady.
But
There's
any
an older
idea
gal.
how fast they were going?
My guess. Ooh, they have.
Look at there. Look what Adrian
There it
found.
is.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go. Man, she came to the rescue.
Not
there we
sad.
go.
There you go.
Our darling
Fresh-
Adrian.
there
There
you
we
go.
go.
Thanks,
It's not a
Adrian.
new car, but it's a new cup. So yeah, I don't. I mean, it was really hard to judge because my spatial awareness at
Was
that point
gone,
was
yeah.
really bad because we had hit the brakes and then. But I'm guessing because I couldn't see, she probably couldn't see either, and maybe
Yeah,
she made
oh,
the
yeah.
choice of just keep going, and just didn't know I was.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
you know, when I saw those cars off to my left, all I could think of was one of them sliding out this way, and then I nail him, you know, at full speed.
Or
So-
worse, you get and you're off. into
Yeah,
the-
and we're that way. So
And I saw on Facebook that you guys there was an outpouring of support for you guys from all your Facebook.
yeah, it was really
followers.
incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't. I mean, you know, every time you see like a crazy car crash pictures on Facebook, of course everyone says something, but you know, I couldn't believe how many people were commenting and like, you know, just in the behind the scenes, like with Messenger, and which was kind of hard because you want to respond to everyone and make sure they know that like.
But you can't
like,
just
thank
keep-
you for caring and everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes like it's like you look at your messengers and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm like. 20 deep.
Well, yeah, you're
30
never
deep.
gonna
Ron,
catch up,
Ron
yeah.
told me about it, so I got on to. I never get on really on Facebook that much,
Yeah.
but so I get on. I'm looking, and of course I want to interact with you. But right off the bat, I said everybody and their mother's doing it. So they give you the option of what? Well, give a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, I like this.
I find that, like,
Yeah.
oh wow, he's
Well,
got a
and
car. You know.
It was funny because, some people were making jokes and stuff, and then some people got a little irritated at that. But quite honestly, like, the jokes kind of help.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
no,
You
you've
know,
got
it's
to
like,
find
you
your
got to find
way
a little bit
yeah.
of
A little bit of
humor
levity
in
somewhere,
the
yeah.
situation. Like a shattered dragon. I mean, I could, yeah, that's a huge hit, financially, but whatever. It's pretty cool how it just exploded.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as my miniatures collection, it's almost better that they're just gone.
Yeah,
because you don't have this, and you're like, well, could I put it?
fix
It's gonna be
this?
so much work,
Yeah, no,
Just
it's-
When it's
rebuild
gone,
it.
you go,
you know,
"That's
just
correct."
This
rebuild
mold
it.
is somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Wow.
and then just driving, we thought about flying home, and it was like, well, I really wanted to come here and meet with you guys and talk about the Vex, and we really needed to get back in a car.
Yeah.
That is
You
true
know.
because
Yeah,
I've
just
met
get over it,
people that have had an issue, an accident or something,
Right.
and then they just they won't get back in the car. It's
I
been
could
2 and 3 years.
I
And they
mean,
just haven't,
we've got that PTSD going. I mean, Liz is, broken down crying a couple times because like these trucks are huge and they're right
Yeah,
next to you.
that'll
and
freak you out.
They start
Yeah.
moving over and you're like, but at the same time, I mean, that's life and you just got to deal with it. So, we've always tried to keep a good attitude and just keep moving forward. And when
Yeah,
life
that's
sets
all.
you
That's
back,
what you can do. Well, good attitude,
all you
man.
got.
That's a good
Yeah.
attitude you got there.
You got to do, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well,
Well-
I'm just so thankful you're there.
Yeah,
You're
we're
here.
glad you're
I am
Yeah.
too.
And
Yeah,
and
but-
you so like you said, you're driving back, and so you're heading out tomorrow, and you're going to hit Memphis, and then you're back to Georgia after that, right?
Yeah, we get to see one of my friends that I haven't seen for a long, long time. He works over at Games Workshop, so we're gonna go out there and eat maybe some barbecue and kick it.
Visit
and,
their facility.
I'm
I've
not.
not been
It
to that
depends
one
on
yet.
how fast we get out.
Have you?
Sure. Yeah.
I've not been into that facility, so I mean.
I've been there
interesting to see.
once at a Games Day like 10 years ago, the last time they had Games Day, and I didn't go inside the building, but yeah, I'm just excited to see my friend, and
Yeah, I think Liz mentioned today she's just ready to be home.
yeah,
Yeah, you get.
yeah,
like
we
this
are
point.
definitely
just
ready to be home. Her mom was like, "I'm gonna make you whatever you want. You want fried green tomatoes? And like, I want biscuits and gravy, and
Yeah, just
so,
just get home.
so it'll be nice just to sit at home and I don't know.
So we can have we got the links to Aaron's Patreon and Miniature Monthly? Have we got those ready to go? Look at there. There we go. Look at there. There's the links to Aaron's Patreon and Miniature Monthly. So you guys go check that out. Support Aaron and on his Patreon.
Yeah, if you want to help us out, I mean, even like a month or two, it's not much, and also you get access to all the videos
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And I have a bunch of private coaching spots available. So if anybody wants to do that for a month or two, these are all things that can help us out. But yeah, we're still working and
Yeah.
feeling productive.
Now, did the
and stuff.
hospital put you in that for a little
Yeah,
while?
yeah. So when we were in the hospital, my neck hurt pretty bad. My chest was like, I mean, it was just like, it happened and it was like, wow, you feel fine because the adrenaline or whatever. And then it
shock,
just starts, it just, like my chest just started tightening.
Yeah.
So we didn't go in an ambulance because we didn't feel like it was there was nothing life-threatening maybe, but we did go to the hospital and we got checked out, MRIs, all that stuff, and they said we got whiplash. Liz has a sprained ankle. We got bumps and bruises everywhere, and probably a little bit mental trauma.
Thanks, Manajos, for signing up for Aaron's Patreon right now.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Well,
everyone who's signing up
Thank
for
you
it.
so much.
In the hospital and you're still smiling. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Good attitude.
it was a little bit forced
Attitude's
smile.
important.
But I mean, it was good just to be safe at that point too. We had a couple of really good Samaritans. The guy that we sideswiped actually took us into town. They got us set up with the hotel and then took us to the hospital. And then him and his wife stayed there for like 4 hours and waited for
Wow.
us to get done.
You know what? That's
And I was
great.
like, we were in there just sitting there, me and Liz, and I forgot that they were out there. And I was like, all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, are they still sitting out there? Like, I would have just left.
Dang.
But they were super cool, so we bought them lunch.
Well, that was nice.
There we
Well,
go.
that's super great.
Off
right?
the
Yeah.
dollar menu at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
hey, lunch is lunch,
Yeah,
right?
But it's really weird, just the swing of emotions and stuff. Because
Yeah.
you're,
Yeah.
I remember getting out of the car and I'm like, I'm unstoppable. Like, ain't nothing gonna stop me, you know.
then you try to
then,
run and jump off the
2
cliff.
minutes later, you're crying to a cop, like, and not because he said anything in particular, but it's just like, I mean, just the emotions are like, ooh, And then all of a sudden you're fine again, and then like
Yeah.
you know, so it is what it is, and it's touching, you know, all the people.
It is nice.
The well wishing and stuff is it's like hard sometimes, you know. It's I don't know, but
Well, we're glad you're safe, and hope you guys have a good, safe trip back
yeah,
home.
I needed to get a few more Reaper cons under my belt anyway
Yeah,
before
I
I.
guess so.
Here we go. We'll get him
Yeah,
safely packed away.
Yeah,
Let's-
do you have any foam?
Let's talk a little bit since you know about
Since
the
we
Badger.
can,
Since
yeah.
we can, let's talk about the Badger airbrush.
Yeah, give us a tour.
We
of
just
the,
did. We just did a couple hours on this thing where you were painting the dragon here, but let's talk a little bit about that.
So about maybe a year ago, a little bit before that, Ken from Badger asked me if I would be up for like helping design an airbrush, you know, something like signature type thing or something like that. Anyways, there's a cool airbrush that something that I would want. You know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, if you can't make a Patriot 10, like I love the Patriot 105 and I love the Sotar 2020. If you can't do better than that, I'll just keep using those. I don't care if there's a new airbrush or anything. And he nailed it. Like, holy cow. So he sent off this was my prototype right here. And he sent off this copy. You can see it's like super ghetto cannibalized. I put a high roller trigger on it. But it worked. It did what I wanted it to do. It did priming, so general purpose airbrushing. So it sprays a lot of paint out. It did regular acrylics, which like the Patriot 105 would do. But then it also did inks at really fine, like it was like a detail brush. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a general purpose airbrush that was also a detail brush. So how they did it, I don't know. It has something to do with the nozzle and how everything works inside there.
Well, the app. I got a whole technical thing with. Ken.
Yeah. So it's called the Vex, and that basically stands for like convex.
Okay.
And there's more to it than that, but it helps with dry tipping, it helps with clogging, but it also allows the airbrush to spray really fine detail if you only pull back a little bit.
Cambot.
And then if you pull back further, you've got
You see the Reaper logo there?
you've got more of a
right
general
there.
purpose airbrush, so you can do your primers and all that stuff. I have not touched another airbrush since I got the first prototype, which is pretty good because if I don't like something, I just don't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no, I don't care if
You
you're
can't
my
keep
sponsor or
fighting it,
anything.
yeah.
Like Ken used to just, I would drive him crazy because I'd never use their Sotar 2020 because I used the Patriot 105. It was fine. And then I discovered inks, and then I was like, okay, the Sotar 2020 has a use now. But this has just killed everything
It's
else.
sexy.
Yeah, it's super nice. And then we started talking. We're like, well, how is he going to market this thing and everything? And he's like, well, what if we talk to Reaper? And I was like, that's a fantastic idea. The Reaper Vex is like a sexy name. It's super cool. You know, he's like, I'm thinking black, and I'm like, yeah. Well, I told him it had to be black to begin with.
Yeah.
A couple other cool things is like this airbrush has. Well, I'll pick up this one. This is another prototype.
we don't have the look down cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. He showed a lot on the video.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, it has like, this is like, I don't know if it's called the nipple tip or something. So
That's what we're gonna
there's
call
it.
no there's no
Nipple's
tip, so your needle pokes out the front. This is great if you're an experienced airbrusher because you can just take your fingers and clean off dry tip or whatever. But if you're not so experienced, and we know that a lot of people, like especially with Reaper fans and stuff, maybe never like used an airbrush before. You drop it and you're like, crud,
Bent your needle.
my needle's done. So the tip actually turns around. So you've got a guard, and then you switch it, and you've got no guard. So whether you're an experienced airbrusher and you don't want the guard, or you're an inexperienced airbrusher and you need the guard, you just flip it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So it just screws
that's
in
cool.
both ways.
Cool.
Oh wait, you took
I
off
took both off.
Yeah.
I got a little too aggressive there.
This
I
guy
know.
doing?
You can't get him anything. Just break it.
Here, I'll do it.
There we go. But no, that's a quick. I see because he's got a loose thread for that. There we go.
Yeah. So it works really well.
But it still gives you that full. You're not going to get lost up there in the
No,
barrel.
you're not. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect performance at all. It just affects your mental state when you're airbrushing or whatever.
Right.
So the other thing that's really cool about it is Matthew Fontaine from Canada was involved in this, and he's like one of the original like airbrushers on miniatures, and he wanted an even finer detail brush. So we decided to put a second needle in the kit that's like super fine detail. So for me, the main needle is perfect. But if you want to go over and above, you need the super fine needle. Thing is, it comes in the kit.
Well, show
You're good
how
to
easy
go.
it is to try to loosen it and go.
So to change your needles, you just pop the little chuck here and pull your needle out, right? And then put the new needle in. The really cool thing is normally when you change needles, you have to have a different nozzle. So you got to take all this apart.
Each one matched to each of the pins, yeah.
This airbrush, same nozzle every needle. So you just literally you're airbrushing like I need tighter detail. Pop it in,
So
go.
it's all right there.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
This is when we went over it with Ken. This is where all the magic happens, is in
Yeah.
that tip. Because you just need the one tip. And yes,
So other little
quite cool.
things, it does have a guide here. So if you are afraid and you only want to pull back so far, you don't have brush control yet, you can dial this in and you only pull the brush, the trigger back so far.
Right.
So most of the more experienced airbrushers usually don't use that because they've got their finger control good. But if you're starting out and you're new, which I know a lot of the Reaper fans probably will be, you just dial this in and now you can only pull back so far. So
Proctor sent me a text. Goes, just keep nodding. That's what
that's about
I'm
all we
doing.
can
Just gonna keep nodding. Yep, sounds good to me.
Yes.
so yeah.
This is the Aaron show, by the way.
Super versatile brush. I'm so stinking excited about this airbrush.
Yeah, we are too. Yeah.
Because it just works. Like, I just want stuff that works. I don't care the brand, the make, the
how
model,
fancy,
anything. Yeah, exactly. And I'm super excited that it's a Reaper thing. So because I mean I've been doing Reaper stuff for what? Well, a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully many years to come.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, we hope so. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just really cool. And like, with ReaperCon and everything, we can do more airbrushing classes and stuff.
And you'll be
get
doing
people
demos
leveled up.
probably with
Yeah,
this at
we'll do some
ReaperCon.
demos and I'd also like, I'm totally willing to do some videos or something just
Cool.
for the fans and stuff that buy.
Fantastic. Well, today was a great start on something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And like, maybe bring in Rhonda and Proctor or something.
That's
and
what
just-
you were
There you
talking
go.
about earlier.
yeah,
Do that. Get
and
the
just,
Rhonda and
just
Proctor
get them like leveled up, and maybe like questions they have would be something that everyone else would want to know. Sometimes it's easier when I'm just talking. I'm like, oh yeah, you know this, right?
Right. No, it's easy to kind
Yeah.
of. Well, here's the thing, Ed. This is what everyone's asking: how much and when?
Well, he's talking about that. Now, the when,
The questions
I still
we
feel
got those
comfortable.
during the show today. They're getting them now. That's what everybody's dying to
Well,
know.
as far as I've gotten, and that we're doing this, Q2 still sounds good. Okay, it'll probably be the later part. It's really Ken knows it's in his ballpark. He's in Europe right now, just left LVO. So
Yeah.
Badger's got their schedule they're working with on us. So we're still sort of set with that. Right now, what we're working on is packaging this and the other. The pricing, that's still out there. We're not even close to that part yet. Having a good discussion with Aaron today helped a lot. What we're doing with our research, we got our pricing from Ken. But we just haven't, we want to put together, as we were talking about, sort of a kit. You're going to need, quick lock, a hose, these various items to go with it.
Things that just make life easier with an airbrush.
for the whole,
and then you got to remember, you only need one airbrush. You don't need the
need different
collection
ones,
of
too.
them. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
You could get 18 of them. I'm sure. We talked about different colors and stuff. Possibly.
Well, the only choice
And-
really is going to be, do you want the smaller bowl or do
That's
you want
right.
the larger?
So we have a small bowl. It's the same airbrush, but we have a small bowl. So if you're doing more display stuff, you don't need a ton of paint.
Right.
You use a small bowl, and this works great. This is similar to the Sotar 2020 or something. If you're doing more armies, or you've got your bones, all of the Kickstarters that you still have to paint, so you have a ton of models to paint. The bigger cup is better because you can put more paint in it. But I don't really care personally. I paint display with this one or that one. I don't care. But some people do care, so it just it's
kinda
whatever
depends.
floats your
Right.
boat.
Yeah, so someone asked, what about Origins? Are they going to be available at ReaperCon? If it's Q2, then we're talking April, May, June. So
Right,
yeah,
June, yeah.
possibly, yeah.
The plan is, that's what I'm working on right now, is getting the packaging into one of the pistol cases.
Yeah.
Getting the foam, that's what I was working on today with that in the samples and stuff like that. I really like, 900, under 900. I mean, I would think at this point, if I'm going to pull something, and I'm sure I'll regret it, but I definitely under 300 with the whole kit. Possibly even, we were talking even under 200.
Yeah.
So
It just depends really on just everything. Do we want to include it with a brush and you get it one way, and then if you want this needle, or do you going to go ahead and drop 2 needles in here? Right off the
Yeah.
bat, that's adding a part.
So we'll probably have options. for
Yeah,
people.
well, but we have to design it. At some point, we have to puree into one package, because when it goes into the market, you can't give them 20 different versions just because you've added a
Right.
little spring here and not there.
So-
but he'd said, is that do we want to include the extra trigger, the taller trigger as an option?
Yeah.
You know,
So
to be
some
able
people like
to
that. Some people
sort of be
don't.
able to right
Yeah.
off the bat be able to have the stuff you would end up just getting online and ordering to finish it out
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, so we're hoping to do this as quickly as possible. Like I said, there's just a bunch of moving parts, so we're going to try to.
no, it won't be $100. It'll be over that. It's not really an introductory brush, and it's not
Right.
even really going to be designed or packaged to be an introductory. You know.
But it's a perfect brush if you're an introductory airbrush
Person, yes.
Yeah, because it works both ways.
Yeah.
And it works really well.
To confirm, under $900.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
that
All
was
right,
a
guys.
safe one.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Confirmed
And
under
then we made the most
$900.
expensive airbrush ever.
Trash Rama says 175 with both needles.
Sounds
Ship
like
it.
he's throwing an offer out, like it's an auction.
yeah.
Yeah, by ReaperCon for sure. Yeah.
We're very excited about it. This is an incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
I told Ken, I said, if this airbrush doesn't happen, I want 20 copies.
There.
Because
yeah,
I want
you're going to go
like
in
a
and
lifetime supply
of what
that
you're gonna
I'll
wear
never
back.
have to touch
Okay.
anything else again. So, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't like it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the TC910 is the 908, 909, and 910 are my favorite compressors. I have no preference between any of them. They're just different sizes.
Well,
basically.
we're carrying a compressor as well.
Yeah.
Yes, but in talking with Ken, we're not going to get into the compressor business. So we're going to just get Badger compressors, which are modified, actually very good compressors, and we're just going to have those available as they are.
What is a typical compressor cost for an airbrush? An average.
Usually under $200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
And
depends
you
on
can
your
get
build,
really
yeah.
cheap ones for like 75 or something from Harbor Freight. The Badger ones are really nice because they push air better, more efficiently, and you'll maybe not if this is the first time you ever airbrush, you won't know the difference. But I noticed the difference immediately. It sprayed better.
Okay.
So
They're taking a compressor that's designed to just push air and turning it into something designed to push air through an airbrush.
yeah.
That was really the way to. But there's different ways to look at it. I mean, I like the Badger style, but you can do, tanks and dry. There's a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well then, so that's great, and we'll keep in touch with you about the things you're going to be painting in the future with the Badger or the Reaper Vex.
My collection again.
Yeah, you just got to start from scratch. I guess.
Okay.
You'll
do
be seeing a
something.
lot of them on Terrain Tuesday. I'll be using it there for a
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
So well, thanks for coming by and doing the demo and making the video, and
Yeah, it
we're
was super
excited.
fun.
So, yeah,
Anytime.
it's
I
really cool.
really enjoyed it. I loved hanging out with Ann, and I do it again.
yeah, cool. Anytime you want to come back,
Not
I mean, those are
today, of
welcome.
course, but-
right,
Yeah.
right. Anytime you guys want to come back, you're more than welcome here. So.
Sweet.
Oh, they've already gotten to the pirate ship. Oh,
Yeah,
my
they're already
God.
talking about the part. So the giveaway today is hashtag free for the cave troll, the anatomically correct cave troll that Aaron painted for us. As on the Reaper.
We'll get a painted picture of
the
it
gallery.
there at the end when we're getting ready
It's
to go.
also in the Reaper Gallery, 3959. Just look up cave troll and you'll see Aaron's painted version. A lot of all the angles.
We'll show you what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. And then you can buy your Badger airbrush, your
glad that
Reaper
was
Vex
in the
airbrush,
car.
and
My snake
Yeah,
lady
no
was in the
kidding.
car. That was bad.
I'm glad the troll was here.
No, Achilles, he went right past Texas and ends up over in Georgia.
Yeah.
We tried. I mean, it was.
Yeah. You moved to Georgia
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Just this last fall. All right. So, well, we're coming up on 7 o'clock. Let's do some
Is it really?
bones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let's do some bones previews. So this first piece we're going to look at here, we're just going to go right into it, man. There's
Okay,
no,
that goes. Yeah, no,
just
don't dress
jump
it up.
right
Just
into it. Let's
get
just
it
do
out
it.
there. Get on
Let's
the
look
dance
at
floor.
the Axolotl Druid by Christine Van Patten.
Oh, you want to jump into that?
Yeah. What else do you
Okay.
want to jump
What
into?
did
Well, I
you
mean,
have?
we got some other stuff.
Well, like what?
We do?
Yeah. I don't know. Do we?
Throw it up. Throw it up,
Let's
and
do
then we'll
the
find out.
Let's do the Axolotl Druid.
Okay, we'll do that one first.
Okay.
As soon as it comes up. It's
Here
cute.
we go. Now this is from the fan favorite set from Bones 5. There were 3 axolotl characters, and this is the Axolotl Druid. That's about a 25 millimeter high character, so it's kind of a dwarf-sized character. Christine did this, and I love it. I think the axolotl characters that Izzy designed for Bones 5 are super cute. They're just fun. They're just really fun. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
That looks like that'd be a lot of fun to paint. Just to
It's
goof
really
around
cute.
with and paint.
It's really cute. And so Christine, she did it. And like yesterday we were talking about the head. It was very snake-like and they're very lizard-like. And axolotls have a very specific. They look happy all the time. If you ever look at Google axolotl, you'll see they just look like smiley faces. They just look happy. And so she went and finally tweaked it enough to the point where it looked.
Naturally
Like it does
set
look.
has a smile.
Looks great. Yeah, it looks really great. So super happy with that. Now let's take a look at the turnaround from Tom Mason. This is one of the zombie dwarf thanes from the Dwarf King's Crypt. There he is. There's the zombie Thane.
Oh wow, that's got a cool face.
Yeah, there's 3 zombie Thanes in this. This is just one of them. And next week we'll show the Dwarf King and the other 2 zombie Thanes all together.
Now, is that small?
Yeah, that's just a regular dwarf-sized character.
You guys did a dwarf, and then you did a larger size dwarf for the same dwarf. That would be really cool with that, because that guy's face is awesome.
You could paint it with the Reaper Vex, huh?
You could paint that one with the Reaper Vex, but you could definitely paint the other one with the Reaper Vex too.
So this is from that was for the Dark Dwarfs from Bones 4. Yeah, the enlarged version. This is from the Dwarf King's Crypt from Bones 5, and you're gonna get the 3 Dwarven Thanes. You get the zombie Thanes. You get the Dwarf King Ghost, the Dwarf Adventurers, the Dwarven Terrain, which we have some of that up here. See the Dwarf Terrain, the sarcophagus and stuff. So lots of stuff.
A little hard to tell, but
Lots of
we'll
stuff.
take your word for it.
Yeah, it's really cute. Or not? That's not cute at all. It's cool. Super cool. Zombie dwarves are cool. Okay. All right. I think that's the only non-pirate stuff we have to show tonight. Now we just have pirate stuff to show. So Chris Lewis has been working hard on detailing the ship, getting it cut up, getting it ready. It's a big project. Not just for him, for us, for him, just the sculpting side. So Justin put together these videos of the turnaround.
Yeah, I got you.
Of the ship. So we're going to show you this. That's not what the hell. Oh my God! Seriously? The hell?
Take it.
Adrian, I swear to God, turn that video off, Justin. Seriously, the hell?
Oh, whoops! I turned the wrong one on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I got you.
Oh my God!
That was worth surviving a car crash for
Oh
right there.
my God! That's not.
That's going
ship,
viral.
Yeah.
It's not the ship turnaround. Oh shoot! Seriously.
Thank God I didn't know.
Look at the ship, everybody.
That's
Look at the
amazing.
ship.
Let's go back to the other one.
Oh my God.
Ron, it's your birthday.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it is Ron's birthday.
My
Wow.
birthday is Monday,
Wow.
and my wife betrays me by showing
That's
that
right.
video.
She did. She threw you
Let's
under
talk
the
about
bus.
what's important, which is this ship. Okay. All right. So,
We've seen this
Let's if it
before.
starts
There
over.
we go. Yeah.
all right, I want you to pay attention. Jeez, Louise, to the figurehead at the front of the ship. This you can see the. That's the. I guess we'll call it the default.
Is that
This
Michael
what you're gonna-
Proctor on the
Here we
front
go.
there?
This is the lower deck,
Oh.
and the cannons. The cannons are removable and they're not fixed, so you can take those out if you don't want them. So now we're going to add the new deck on top of this, and the figurehead's going to change to the hippocampus. So this is I guess the main deck, right? Or is it? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, that'd be the main. That works.
I'll call it layer 2. How about that? So the hippocampus, and then you've got the portals. If you see the cannon portals, they're closed on this turnaround, and now we've gone to the
Oh.
Grim Reaper figurehead at the
Yeah,
front.
that's pretty cool.
Now the porthole, the cannon.
Watch the portals on the
doors are-
side of the ship. They should open here in just a minute.
Okay. Yeah, they come loose, so you can. Yeah, there we go.
So if you want them closed, you want them open, up to you. You want the cannons in that side there or not, up to you. Take them off, glue them on, take them out, throw them in the trash, whatever you want to do. Scatter them across I-93.
Now you've got that figure ship head growth here, right?
Yeah, here
I'm
we
sort
go.
of-
So here we go.
This is
Add
what
them to my
happened earlier. He
collection.
pulled this out, and I said, "Oh my God, Ron, that is not actual size." He goes, "No, this is half scale."
No, I didn't say this. Half scale. All right, camera, cambot. There we go.
You can come down off the pedestal with it.
You just want to do that?
Where you at?
Yeah, that's actually almost perfect. Yeah, a little further back, but yeah.
That's as far as I
That
can.
is super rad.
Yeah.
So, again, I can't really. This
You
is.
got a Sir 4 scale there,
Have we got Sir Forsco?
right there in front of you, right there upside down. Yeah.
Can y'all see that?
Barely, but you get it. You can see enough of it to see. This thing is just huge.
Yeah, I'll just do it like this.
So you can see that part.
Yeah. So again, this is a volumetric print. Okay, so I
There we go.
it's I mean that's
It's close. You're
it's
saying
pretty
it is
close.
close. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's close. When Kevin Williams and Daryl Robards, when they pulled this off the printer this morning, they're like, "This thing is huge. It's like a Barbie doll." But the ship is big. The ship's big.
Polith,
right?
yes, it'll be done in a rigid material. An ABS, something like that. What
Something.
we used before, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be in Bones Classic.
So there's the that's that one, and then here we have the other one, which is the hippocampus.
Now this is the one that's half scale.
I don't think so. I think it's just glued at a weird angle. You can. I don't know.
It's just going to be
Chris-
a big ship. And
Chris
in fact,
Lewis is the
too,
one to ask.
Ron said it's the equivalent of, well, here, go to the other between, yeah, there they go. They were using
Can
this
you-
before. There you go. From this piece of tape to that piece of tape.
Yeah. So
Is the size of this thing that we're constructing. It's like a Death Star here,
it's
I guess.
oh my god. I mean, what have we gotten into?
Yeah.
What did Alec Guinness say at the end of Bridge on the River Kwai? This is a dated reference.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
My God, what have I done?
Done. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what he said.
That's less funny.
And then he, spoiler alert, fell in the plunger and blew up the bridge.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a very applicable. Whatever,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's pretty accurate to what's going on here. But I'm not going to be the one following the plunger. To
I
blow up
told
the
you
bridge.
they'll get the figureheads on their own. I think that will happen. They're very nice pieces. Just
Yeah,
their
I mean
size,
these are just nice pieces. Like
Now
you,
the
like you
base
were
isn't
saying.
part of this. Is a
No,
separate.
we
this
just
is a-
Daryl mocked these up and glued them to a
So
plate
we
so
could
we
see
have
'em,
someone
yeah.
to stand them up. So the ship's going to default with the girl, the one with the 2 pistols. That is the default. When you buy the ship, what are you laughing at, Justin?
Oh, John clipped your dancing video.
Don't you dare, John! You're fired. Oh my
It'll
God!
be immortalized on
So-
Twitch.
Not
Just give him 90% of the take off YouTube, and he'll be happy.
so. Let's talk about the important things, which is this comes with a ship. The Grim Reaper and the Hippocampus are going to be an optional
Add-on.
pieces, add-ons.
You get which is the default one.
She's the default.
Okay.
The girl's
so
the default.
if you want the Grim Reaper, which we can show you later, or the
Or
Hippocampus, those
you're
are extra.
gonna buy those in the Pledge Manager. Yes. John, you're dead. So you can buy those, and then you can customize your ship the way you want to. Or you can take any old thing you find, whatever you want to do, and glue that to the front of it.
Put it on the front of your car.
I don't know if it's actually polystyrene, Panzer.
We
It'll be
don't
similar
know.
to that.
We
We got to
don't
get
know
down
yet.
to. It'll be probably an ABS or a styrene. I'd like a styrene. It's just really going to depend. Each one has a different kind of an injection property. Is what happens to it. And so depending
look,
on the
there's-
thickness and things like that.
And there is a cannon.
Those work, right?
The
Yeah, they
styrene
fire.
might not
Those
be the
actually
actual
fire.
thing, but it will be a hard material.
And this is just, again, these are just below deck cannons. They're just generic cannons, right? So we are looking at doing a fancy cannon, a cool fantasy cannon for people who want to upgrade their cannons. But the default one will just be a,
Be careful. Ed will say it'll function, and then we'll sell it that way.
Yeah,
We
no,
just
we're not
said
going
that.
down that road again.
we just said that. Oh, God. So anyway,
Good show, guys.
This is an RC boat, right?
Almost. It's bigger than a lot of them.
Vamp. Vamp.
Oh, yes. That's the international that we just got to sit here and shoot the shit.
Yeah.
So
So I want to see someone paint this by itself as a diorama. Like maybe she's blasting through some doors to a.
well, you remember we
bar or
did that
something?
one that Izzy designed. Remember, had the wings and all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
And this
super
would
cool.
be
Yeah,
this would be
same type of
another
thing,
sort
I
of
mean.
iteration of that, especially with the 2 pistols as opposed to the swords.
Yeah, I mean
I
you'd
don't know
have
if
to
y'all
put
can
in the
see
right
this. See if you
scene.
can get that camera back on that again, the close-up one. It's
I mean,
hard
that
to
just
tell.
looks cool.
Yeah, she's
Like
carrying
imagine
2
doors
pistols.
blasting open and she's just flying
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. No, it's very, very good. And you see the scale work in the hippocampus.
Yeah.
You can actually see it in this close-up.
And I don't know if you can see it in this, but
She's got a ghetto booty.
and there's some wood texture on this. It's very subtle. There is some wood texture on there.
I think that's okay, isn't it? Ghetto booty? Oh, I guess not.
Moving on.
Moving on. Is it more
What's next?
vamping?
What's next?
Yeah, more
All
vamping.
right, come on, I'm done vamping. Well, that was the great show. Thanks for watching. Don't show that video ever again. And we'll see you next
Oh,
week.
I would never, Ron. I would never.
You did it the first time.
No. That wasn't me. That was an accident.
Really? So my kid's calling me. And I think maybe it's important because my youngest kid had the flu this week, but he's fine. He's over it. But he's calling me, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he called me again. I was like, well, I hope something's not wrong. No, he just wants to know what's for dinner. That's all he wants to know.
Oh.
That's important stuff.
Hey, that's
It-
better than
it is-
Dad, I just saw you on.
Oh, that's true. Or I
better
just
than my mom called
You're
my
embarrassed.
mom.
What happens to your
Mom, on
kids?
I-63.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There are worse phone 93 phone calls to get. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, John wrote me. I won't share it. I promise. John, I don't trust
Too late.
you. Let's say who won our prize tonight. Let's do that. Let's just move on.
All right.
So #free. Here's your
So
last
show
chance.
the picture. Show the picture again of the
Show the
painted one.
troll. Show the painted
troll.
troll. And then
The one you're not getting.
Oh God, my kid just texted me. I saw your video.
Yep.
I told you, dude, you're gonna get
That
rich.
thing is getting around.
I'm gonna smack my wife in a good way.
What?
In a good way.
Okay.
On her bottom.
All right. On that note, yeah, you're right. It's time to show off what these people are going to win. Not the painted version. That's an important distinction.
We don't give away the painted versions.
So you're getting this awesome troll. You can make it look like this too,
Yeah.
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 with
And-
hours and hours and hours and hours.
Nah,
of
nah.
practice.
What, it took you about 20 minutes?
Yeah, that was yeah.
Actually, I like the
on-
nose on that one.
On
too.
the Reaper website, we have the side view, the back view, all the different views that Aaron took for us. I love that model.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And on that note, I just drew all 20 of our winners.
Fantastic.
Good.
Let's see who it was.
I am going to start reading them out. And yeah, actually, it just says Aaron Lovejoy 20 times. That's weird.
What do you
okay,
know? My luck has changed.
perfect.
Hey, it's all up from here, right?
Wait, I already painted that.
All right. So we'll start with here.
Hulk diggity, it's a troll wiener, not a goblin wiener.
All right. No more of that. All right. Next. OMGsticks is the first one.
Oh, okay.
Danshin 990. Jammin' Toast. Taisha 01. Memnor. Silent Fury 300. Chambers of Miniatures.
Hey,
He's gotten so good at reading these.
I know.
Dire Cupcake. Waltbledsaw.
okay.
Astley
really?
the Monk. Hi, my name is Wayne. Vaxar. Basicbacchus. Kwindylarue. Heshizu. Bearalze. I'm sorry. Bearalze. That's what it is. MistImp. Kfriedricksen. Yeah, I got it. That's fine. Queen of Chalices 11. And TMC Duff 78. Those are our 20 winners
Wow.
of that troll.
It used to be so much fun listening to him try and pronounce these.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
that
like
was
a
just that was
train
half.
wreck.
I couldn't wait to get
Now
to the end
he's
here.
getting
Collins-
it. It's like
Collins is the one to listen to. Collins does.
Well, because he hasn't done it enough yet, so he's still,
I know that's the fun part about it. That's why I want Collins to announce it.
Well, that and you know, it gives Trash Rama ammo because he loves to pronounce or phonetically spell the stuff that Colin says.
Oh, is
Like-
that? Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah. Well, congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, congratulations
Yeah.
to everybody.
Yep. No. So, man, that's another episode. What episode number was this?
65.
65 of
And that
these.
was our last episode.
That was the last
I hope you
episode
enjoyed Reaper Live while it lasted.
this was the best one I've
It's
ever
canceled.
done. It's the only one, but
Okay, so if you win, contact reaperlive at reapermedia.com. Make sure to include your Twitch handle exactly as the way it's spelled on this because, you know,
He cuts and pastes it.
we need that stuff, yeah. And then make sure to include your shipping address because we can't ship anything. Can't ship your troll to you if we don't have your address. So let's get your address.
And for those that are overseas or international, to at least relevant to Denton, yes, you're perfectly fine. If you won, we will ship it to you.
Yeah,
That comes
yeah,
up
we'll
a
ship
lot.
overseas. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And the sticker here, Ed, that's a sticker for Aaron for his first. Next time he gets a figure case, that's his
That's
first
his
sticker.
for
First
well,
sticker
hey,
for
get
your
his
case.
cup too. Put that in there.
Oh,
You can have
yeah.
the cup.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
put it in the
yeah,
bag.
cup, yeah.
that's right. That's right. Put
that over here.
Put that in your bag with Vermithrax, and there's your thing.
We're good
And
to
then
go.
You got your T-shirt today and a cool hat.
That's right. I'm all set.
You were there loaded for bear.
Well, here, we'll sell some dice in. There we go.
So I know what color to paint that dragon.
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Yeah.
There you go. There's your color options.
No,
So,
I definitely appreciate it.
all right. Well,
I've got a raid set
so
up.
it's all right. Who are we rating tonight?
Well, it's Aaron's friend.
Ah.
Yeah.
He has like 1,000,
Well-
15,000 friends.
The one he mentioned earlier.
Oh, Jason. Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
that's Jason.
Cool.
do
All right. Well, what a show. Thanks for watching.
This has been quite a show.
Yeah. Aaron, safe travels on your way home.
Yes,
Yeah?
definitely,
Be
definitely.
careful.
Yeah.
And then I'll be in touch with you about Mr. Dragon here, finishing him up and
That's right.
all that fun stuff.
Well, it's good to have you, sir.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
Thanks
it.
for showing
Great
up.
being
And
here.
anytime you guys want to come on down, y'all are welcome.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be back.
We'll be getting you back a lot.
And Aaron
So
will
you'll
be at
giving all
ReaperCon.
of us lessons here.
Yeah, Aaron's going to be at ReaperCon teaching classes this
That's
year.
right.
So,
That's right.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And happy birthday to me.
Oh yes, happy birthday, Ron.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys.
How unprompted.
Spread the Reaper love. Keep being awesome.
Don't forget your social medias: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and we now have Discord
And reapermedia.com.
and reapermedia.com, the
Go look at all that
forums,
fun stuff.
and Facepalm, and MySpace.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm deflated. So let's just go.
All right, guys.
Oh, come.
Okay. See you guys next week on Reaper Live.
Y'all take care. Have fun.